awesome. Hey there, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video. I'm Zuko.
And I'm Exum.
And this is The High Ground. Alright guys, so this is an exciting day in Star Wars for a lot of us fans. You know, we've been waiting for this for a long time. And we finally got a little sneak peek as to what hopefully is an eventful February this year. So,
not just eventful, but a dark side
film. A dark side film. That's what I meant. So what's awesome is we got Palpatine and Vader's rework. So I know a lot of you guys have already probably seen a lot of the Game Changers videos. You've seen them, you know, read about their abilities and all that stuff. So we're not going to do what everybody else has already done because I'm sure you've heard that to death.
Yeah.
But what we are going to do definitely is we're going to give our subjective opinions on it. So we've watched, both of us, probably every one of the
all of their videos and read
videos.
Up on the release on the forums and everything like that. And we've each gathered our own opinions and different opinions actually on how we feel about the characters.
Yeah. So I have been dying for this. I have always said that I want Palpatine to be so much stronger. The same thing with Vader, you know. So seeing their reworks today, in my opinion, I mean, I think they're good, but I still think they're missing something. I still think so. I still look at Palpatine and I'm like, you're not even close to as good as Mother Talzin is. I still find Mother Talzin to be so much of a better character than even the new reworked Palpatine. Now, obviously, I haven't used him. I don't know. My Palpatine is Gear 9, but he doesn't have, you know, everything that comes with this rework. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I just need to test him out and see how he does with all this stuff. But from what I've seen so far, I wouldn't even put him in the same category as Mother Talzin. I mean, not even close. That's my problem with her.
How do you feel about Vader?
Vader, I'm a little bit more excited about. I don't like that he doesn't have as many uniques as CLS. I think he only has one unique now that they gave him.
Yes, he has one unique.
Which kind of stinks. But at least he's got one. Okay, so I am excited for him. I like what they did. Thank God that they gave him speed. He needed that immensely. I'm glad that finally, you know, he has the chance of being over 200 speed without any good mods on him because of the 80 speed that he can gain with having all Empire against an all Rebel team. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, he gains 8 speed for every Empire ally that he has with him or any Rebel enemy that's on the other side of the field.
Or Jedi enemies.
Or Jedi enemies. So, I mean, that's awesome. I love that about him, and I'm excited to see how he works. Him, I'm more excited about than Palpatine, but I still think that they could have made Vader better. I still think he could have been... I still wouldn't even put him in the category with Thrawn in the sense of which Empire character is better. Now, obviously, again, I don't know because I haven't used them, but from what I've seen, that's my opinion.
I'm a lot more excited for these two characters because I'm so heavily into the dark side, and I have a Vader already. He's Gear 10, so I'm closer to that Gear 12. It's easier for me to get there. But I love what they did with Vader, addressing his speed, and I love that with Palpatine, they addressed his weakness as well, which was how squishy he was. So his kit, actually, from the beginning, was never really bad, but what was holding him back was that it took 2 shots and he's dead. Yeah. So the fact that they addressed that and it kind of made like indirect synergy between Thrawn and Vader and Palpatine, because if you use Thrawn's regain of protection on Palpatine after he's been stacking his new protection from his new unique, then you can actually make him into a little bit of a tank. And by addressing Vader's issue, which was his speed, he was always a good attacker and he was always a very tanky character. So his biggest weakness was really his speed. I'm extremely excited to see how they play out. My only thing is, we both have this opinion. This is not going to be the biggest thing of the month.
Oh, not at all.
So even if these characters are released, they're usually EA does these content updates and all that stuff between Wednesday and Friday. So in about 3 days, 2 days, they'll be released, and we're actually not going to be able to do anything with them because we're holding out for that character that we'll talk about now in a couple seconds.
I think what they missed out on Vader is hopefully they give him a damage increase. Because let's think about this. You have Raid Han, who can hit twice in a row for about 17,000 damage. So he's hitting one character and inflicting 34,000 damage. That's insane. Vader's regular, his primary attack, I'm pretty sure I've never seen it do more than 10,000. Ever. So I wouldn't put him that high as an attacker. They need to increase his damage output because of the power struggle that's happened in this game. Now that everybody's doing so much more damage, you have Jedi training Rey, who's a tank, and her basic ability hits for 21,000 damage. So hopefully they address that. I mean, I didn't hear any of the game changers say anything about it, but hopefully they address that and give him a bump in his damage. Because yes, Palpatine hits like a truck, but I think that Vader, I think he needs, especially on his basic. Yeah, he has Culling Blade, but he needs the damage over time and stuff like that, and any negative status effect to make that awesome.
I think what they did with Vader kind of makes up for it. The Force Crush being able to not be countered, that's something that definitely takes him to another level, because you know how big counter is in this game.
That's just made to counter CLS, yeah.
Not even that, because General Kenobi's Retribution, our BB-8's counter, which then calls one of the other Resistance allies. Counter's a big thing in this game, so I love that addition to it. I'll take a little less damage on the basic with an addition like that, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So now we want to get into later in this month what we think is going to happen. So you guys remember that in the last content update, they made the quote, the pathway to the dark side is a way that many consider things to be unnatural, or whatever it was. And we both talked about how we thought it could lead to Palpatine or Sidious, but there was two other characters that we also talked about, and we still heavily believe that it's going towards that, and it's Darkside Anakin and Darth Plagueis.
Yeah.
They've really hyped up that this month there's going to be something special when the game changers go out to LA.
That's the big key.
Yeah.
That's the big key. You have to remember that what happened in these couple of days is an appetizer. It's a little teaser to what's coming on later on. Don't think that this is anywhere near what Kazi Spoon was referencing in her comments on the Reddit post. There's
and this is great.
Way. This is fantastic, yeah, but there was no way that this is what she was talking about. You know, remember what happened last February? Oh, challenge accepted. There's going to be a big splash. And the fact that the game changers are going from the 21st to the 23rd over to EA, that is when they're going to drop the big bomb on all of us.
That's telling.
And that's the character that's really what they're calling for in this month. Yes, it was great to have these two, because that's a good start to help the dark side. But guys, there's so much more that is going to happen in the next couple weeks. And hopefully it's one of those two characters, in my opinion. Hopefully Darkside Anakin.
Of course. That's choice number one. But the reason we really strongly believe this is because that quote was taken from episode 3. If you were putting that quote out to equal, a Palpatine and Vader rework, why use a quote from that movie as opposed to a quote from episode 5 or episode 6? It just doesn't make sense to us.
I agree.
I'm having a difficult time believing that quote was about this. So we really want to emphasize that. A couple things we're doing. So we just want to actually let you guys know about that we still believe that. And if you guys also believe in that, continue doing what you've been doing. Like, I know I'm farming Jedi Knight Anakin for anything. Also Darth Sidious. You're ready for that.
Yeah, I think it's really key is think about it. A lot of people are like, oh, it could be any Sith, from the past and stuff like that. But what's really key is that they chose that specific quote at that specific time in the movie, when he's starting to seduce Anakin. That's when it really, kicks into overdrive, when he's trying to pull him in. That's what I think is so telling, because he could have used one from episode 3. There's a lot of comments that Emperor Palpatine makes about the dark side.
But at least, no. At least if you're going to make it equal Darth Vader and Palpatine, do it a quote after he's become Vader.
No, totally agree. But if, like, when we were referencing, like, a Sidious or something like that, you can put any comment from that movie. He has a bunch. But that comment is specific. It's specific to that time. It's very telling, in my opinion, in our opinions. So
that's what we want to talk about. We want to make it quick, short for you guys, give you our opinions about it, tell you how excited we are for this, and to give you guys a little tip. Maybe this isn't the biggest thing that's happening this month. We don't think it is. You guys shouldn't either. So hold out if you have to. If you have the gear and all that's the resources.
Yeah, start to save up a bit.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Please like, subscribe, comment down below, guys. You guys did an incredible job commenting on the last couple videos. We love it. We love talking with you guys. So, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power!
Don't try it! High ground! You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them! High ground! I loved you! High ground! High ground. It's not the high ground way. I mean the Jedi way. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying I've beaten you, and I'm on the high ground, so... High ground!